my last page, I think. And in regards to Benson Centre, and I was asking how come a 38% plus increase in cost? And my answer came back, it's 190,000 square feet for this facility. It comprised of a whole bunch of different things, and the Sty Miller and the Bob Turner is 50,000 square feet, and single ice baths, et cetera, But also the Benson Centre is a LEED building. It got built because our costs were supposed to come down as a result of the environmental situations that have been presented. And it just, somebody once said, behooves to be able to understand the increase of 38% overall cost. And I would suspect that those numbers of an increase of 38% came from an analysis of somewhere else that has similar facilities. And could I be wrong in thinking that?
When you did the analysis for and you're referring to janitorial supplies in 2770.
Yeah.
When we looked at the Benson Centre, of course, there are much larger hallways, and there are terrazzo floors that need to be cleaned. So when we look at janitorial supplies, you're looking at supplies to do all of that cleaning of washrooms, cleaning of the dressing rooms. We also use the Civic Complex as an example of the size of the facilities and what we budget for the complex and janitorial supplies. So really, it is an estimate at this point because we've not operated the facility yet. But I'm confident that the estimate is accurate.
I guess I'd be interested. I was talking to our CAO this morning. Belleville has got a new center. I saw a documentary on it last night, and it would be interesting to find out what size their outfit is and what their estimated costs are. But I want to thank administration for coming back with all of that red marking that I got on the paper. It was a good education for me on some of those issues. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mrs. Adams, when we talk about the Benson Centre, we shouldn't say that the estimates for the operation of the facility are not complete.
Currently, the CAO and I are continuing with discussions and reviews with both Mr. Alexander and Mrs. Thibault. There's certain significant expenses that we're trying to make sure we're doing everything we can to get a good, reliable number in our budget for this year. Electricity is an example that I'll say we're currently looking at right now. So we're trying to take a look at usage or electricity usage at other facilities that are comparable in nature. We're looking at the Benson Centre, for example, and then the CAO has even taken it a step further to help us communicate with Cornwall Electric to try and confirm, if we use rates that are applicable in our area. This is the facility. Can you help us understand maybe where you think that estimate cost is? So we are currently going through that. I do not have an update today to our list of items where we're going to adjust costs for the Benson Centre. I would anticipate that we will see some adjustments to those costs. I would also recommend that in addition to the EMS facility, we also provide you with a budget for the Benson Centre overall, of how we're budgeting all of those line items so that you can only understand line by line what's in that budget for that facility. So we are working through that intentionally. When we've lined up departments for questions today, we have also put Parks and Recreation further on the agenda because we are still working through that process and we're still trying to fine-tune those numbers.